All right. They did all right. They responded pretty well. Mondays are always a little bit slow. It's one of those things where we never even used to practice on Mondays just because of this. But we get a little extra work, get part of the game plan in, and they did pretty well.
I know it's tough to come up while you're unbeaten and everything. What changes, and are you worried about the reaction at all from them?
Well, that's a test, right? I mean, I told them this morning that's exactly what is going to be asked. How tough are you mentally? And nobody was promised that it was going to go smoothly all the time. Sometimes not going smoothly doesn't mean you have to lose, but there's always something about football that you can't overlook, whether you win or lose. And we lost because the other team played better. And what are we going to do about it? How are we going to react? Those are always the questions. And it's a good test. Now you find out how tough we are.
How much does it change things now that school started?
No, not much. Not much. Our schedule has been set. Practice like this at this time from the beginning for this purpose. Just so that when we hit the school year, we can just kind of, now just in the afternoon, they'll go to school. But practice times, all their class schedules are set so we could just continue.
So you kind of look at everyone's schedule and what works the best before you create your practice?
Well, we talked to our academic people about 4 years ago. It's a long story, but about 4 years ago, I talked to them about the possibility of practicing earlier in the day and asked them what they thought about that. And I gave them a year to research it, and there are, especially with the growth of our school, ample class opportunities in the afternoon and evening. So they thought the best time to practice was when we are. And we've given them the 1 o'clock hour. That's the difference this year. So they got plenty of time to do that. And actually everybody, from academics to our players to our coaches, like this schedule.
Mike, is there a clarification or an update on Isaac's status now?
They just want to put it back in the boot and give it a little more rest from walking around.
Any updates with Grimble or Chicago?
No, I've got to talk to. They had their MRI this morning, but I haven't got that total.
Was there anything in particular after looking at all the film that you pull away from that?
Yeah, there's some stuff we've got to get rid of, which is penalties and all the stupid stuff. And there's some good football. Defensively, we played a lot of good football. Special teams had some good moments. We actually blocked pretty well for the run. The average in the running game, we just didn't, we had no rhythm in the run-pass balance, and that killed us offensively. And so there's, I thought, some real positives, like there are in wins. And the fact of the matter is we lost. So, it's hard to look at that. And there's also plenty of things to work on.
Was there any cumulative effect, Mike, that you could see that the inexperience in the receiving corps did manifest itself somewhat?
Oh, I think it was disruptive for sure in what we could do. But, it's football, too. You have to adjust. So it's just part of life.
And in terms of those young guys going up against a pretty good set of defenders, it should help them going forward.
Absolutely. They just have to battle like crazy, and they're capable physically of playing, which I'm excited about those guys. We just have to, it's like I've been saying from the very beginning, we have to grow that receiving corps and just keep going, and I think it's going to be okay.
You proceed this week with the sense that Victor probably won't go in Boulder, or is that still something that could be determined?
I'd say we give it an outside chance right now, and we're just going to wait and see. He's able to run now, so we've got him running some routes against there. Don't throw him the ball, kind of. But he is able to run and do some stuff, which I'm pleased with. So when he does come back, whether it's this week or next, he's not missing 3 weeks or more.
How long had Ryan been bugging you about wanting to return kicks, and what did you think of the first time he did so?
He's been talking about it for a couple of years, and he's actually been practicing it every day, and I'm really not surprised. I first saw Ryan Murphy gain, when I first ever laid eyes on him, I saw him gain 225 yards running the ball in a game, so he's very capable, obviously.
Mike, at the wide receiver position, how important is that flanker role that Victor Bolden's been playing, and then how important is it to have a good replacement for that?
Well, it's really important. We need those kinds of guys in our offense, you know, we've had a dual combination in Wheaton and Cooks, which was good. And the last year we had, of course, Cooks, and then that's why Victor didn't redshirt, because he could be that guy. And actually, we have 3 guys right now. 2 of them are brand new to us, but Victor, and then the Ramel Dockery, who was also hurt, and then the freshman Hawkins. And so that's why we've activated Hawkins. We want that extra speed on our roster. And with those 3 guys, when we get them all going, it will be good.